preach the gospel. Paul is speaking to the Corinthian churches in the New Testament. Paul said, for Christ sent me not to baptize, but to preach the gospel, not with the wisdom of words, lest the cross of Christ should be made of none effect. We're talking about the power of God. Verse 18, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of God. Listen to it. If you didn't find it, just listen. I'm going to read that again. What did I say? 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18. For the preaching of the what? Cross is to them that perish foolishness. 1 Corinthians. But unto us which are saved, it is the power of God. I want to start there by saying, when we talk about the power of God, the same message we're preaching, the preaching of the cross. Do you know the devil hates the message of the cross? You know many churches are not talking about the cross of Jesus Christ, that gruesome cross, that bloody cross. Amen? Only once a year they preach about the cross. What time is that? Easter time they want to preach about the cross. We should preach about the cross every week. Every day we should be talking about the cross. Why? Because Paul said the preaching of the cross. What is that cross? The cross that Jesus took upon his what? Back. And he walked to the hill. They had a high hill and they put him up on that hill between two what? Thieves, two criminals. And he was hung in the middle. And they lifted him up on that cross and his body hung on that cross. And he bled and he died until he paid for the sins of the world. Paul said the power of God is the preaching of the cross. What is power? Greatness, magnificence, strength. The New Testament word for power is dunamis. Strength, power, ability, inherent strength of a thing, performing miracles, moral power, power and influence, which belong to riches and wealth. Power as it concerns or relates to armies, forces, miraculous, mighty, miracles, strength. All of these are words that describe dunamis. Say dunamis. Say dunamis power. Dunamis in the New Testament is that word, Greek word that means power. So Paul says, when we talk about the cross, people who ain't saved is laugh at the cross. I don't believe that. Some of them will tell you they don't believe in the cross. They don't believe the power in the cross. They don't believe the cross has power to heal. They don't believe that deliverance comes through the cross. They don't believe the cross is miraculous. They don't believe it. So Paul said it's foolishness. You know, the Hindus, the Muslims, the Buddhists, the atheists, the Satanists, Jehovah's Witness, they don't believe in the power of the cross. The Mormons, the Jehovah's Witness, don't take those books. They don't believe in the power of the cross. They don't believe Jesus is Lord. They don't believe Jesus is God. They don't believe Jesus is the one and true living God. They don't believe Jesus came and died on the cross, and through the cross, man have power to be saved and to be delivered and to be set free. Paul said, anybody who comes preaching a gospel that you have not heard, don't accept them in your house. Don't talk up with them. Don't relate to them. If anyone comes with any other gospel other than Jesus Christ is Lord, he died on the cross, shed his blood, is alive, and is my only way to salvation, I tell them go. I don't have no time to talk to them. Tell your neighbor, tell the devil go. I say, touch your neighbor and say, tell the devil go. Not that they're the devil. You tell them to say, tell the devil go. Say, devil go. Devil go. Yeah. See, the power of God is in the cross. When you feel discouraged, sing, there is power, power, wonder-working power in the blood of the Lamb. You know why the church of old, the older saints many years ago were so powerful? They didn't have all these marshmallow songs. They didn't have all these Pokemon songs. Hallelujah. They had songs with power. They didn't have all these whipped cream gospel singing songs. No, they sang songs about the cross. Hung at the cross where he, what? Down by the, It was there at the cross I received my sight, and now I am happy all the day. So I cherish the old rugged cross. Sing it. Tell my trophies at last I lay down. I will cling to the old rugged cross and exchange it someday for a crown. Why did those songs have power? You know why? You know why those Christians were kept? They sang songs with power, Ken. SJ, they sang songs about the cross. They sang things that encouraged their spirit. And when they sang about the cross, power was released, honey. When they sang about the cross, miracles came. When they sang about the cross of Jesus, healing and strength and encouragement came. Now you sing these buggle up. Now they don't give you no power. You don't feel nothing from that. You got to sing about the cross. It is the power of God. Shout hallelujah. Down in verse 24 it said, but unto them which are called, both Jews and Greeks, Christ, the power of God and the wisdom of God. That's the second point I want to make on. The first power we talked about is Jesus as being Lord. The second power we talked about from the power of God is the name